What is going on, YouTube? PPS here, Pass the Prop, back again. We got NBA and MLB today. You know your boys got two spots ready to roll. Stu, I know you're rolling with some NBA. How are we doing today, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, taking a look at the slate, obviously there's a lot of games going on, right? Both NBA, MLB. So we got a lot of betting action going on today, which always has me fired up on a nice rainy Friday. I don't know about you, weather's been pretty rough over here. Obviously a little annoying for some of the betting stuff, but hopefully that gets sorted out pretty soon because, yeah, definitely a nice slate tonight.
Yeah, no, great slate. It's finally got some sun here. I know it's been snowing like quite a bit these last couple of days. We had snow yesterday, rain. It's just been really shitty. So it's nice to be able to go outside in shorts, even though it's only 45 degrees, but it feels like a freaking heat wave here. So excited to get after it. Obviously, doesn't matter because Brewers are in a dome. So should be a fun series. I'll be at the games tomorrow. Mariners in town. Make sure I make my way over that way. But, yeah, it should be good. It should be a good slate tonight as well.
100%. Yeah, I was considering, I mean, they're I think in Philly now, but I was looking at the Nats tickets against the Pirates. I mean, it's kind of crazy that you can get, a couple days into the season, you can get some pretty nice tickets for like $45. That's telling you just about how good that team is right now. But definitely once we get nicer weather, I'll be at Nats Park for any of our DC people. If you ever catch in a game, let me know. I like that place. Pretty good park, even if we don't win that often.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We could take a look at last slate. I know you had a winner MLB. I believe I went minus 0.5 because I had a push in my other one there. So I will let you talk about this one because I have no idea. I think it won. I think it did, right?
Win. It did win. Yeah, it was a nice show for me. Rui obviously got the job done. A little scarier than I thought it would be, but 19 points in the end in that one. And then, like you said, Joe Ross was a pretty sweat-free cash. I'm 2-0 in the MLB now, and both of them have been on the show. So definitely a fun start. And, yeah, got the MLB winner early and then got Rui with the revenge game late. And, yeah, Ross was fun right here. I love the guy. Just like we said, after 2.5 years, the command, right? A couple walks off the bat, got that pitch count up. They yanked him out of there real fast. Not even really a threat, So that was nice, a nice sweat-free cash. Hopefully we get 5.5 next game. Not sure that's going to happen, but I'll be waiting for it.
Yeah, no, I should have played them at the plus half a run because Eovaldi just absolutely dealt. Of course, the first pitch of the 6th inning, Corey Seager goes yard. And gets us there. But I had Eovaldi. I talked about him pretty heavily here. I had him in everything I did. Bets, I had him in DFS. Really nice low number there. And, yeah, it was awesome. He did well. Puck, on the other hand, not so much. Sandoval ended up outdealing him. Just really sucked because he sucked to start, went 2 innings of decent, and then had a walk, and then they had a really bad error, like really bad. It ended up costing him 20 pitches, which probably cost him that last inning to give us a shot at it. But once he got into the pen, it was just a dumpster fire. So I believe both of our long shots did not hit there. But I think we ended up with everything there being 4-2, 5.5 units there, feeling pretty good about where we're at there. But yeah, rolling some long plus money shots. Can't really go wrong with those.
100%. Yeah, we got more today. So like we always say, if you got any questions, make sure to drop them in the comments, whether you're here with us live right now or tuning in later. We're here 24/7 to get those questions in. I see some good long shots from the community. We're always curious what you guys are rolling with as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I will kick it over to you, Stu. Maybe I'll just do back-to-back of my plays after you just because you're going to be talking NBA. And I got 2 MLB spots. But favorite game on the NBA slate because I have absolutely no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I love this slate. This is another disgusting one. I mean, I think we only have like 4 props out right now. My favorite game of tonight, my most bet on game, is definitely going to be Pistons Grizzlies. Like almost fired off a Scottie Pippen Jr. line on the show even today. But we're still waiting for some lines, only really DraftKings, and they only have 4 players, But I think that game, all backups, complete shit show. That's going to be super fun. The game I'm going to talk about on the show is the same level. Trailblazers, Wizards, baby. 2 more tanking teams that are like, you don't get that many opportunities. I know it sounds kind of weird to highlight these games, but when you have these secondary and backup players, you don't get that many chances to get them in close games, right? You normally get blowouts. And we can predict all we want, but we can never tell you what a coach's rotation is going to be in a blowout. So actually having two terrible teams face each other like this in back-to-back games on the slate is actually pretty rare. So I'm definitely excited for those games. We'll have a ton of like weird backup role player stuff today.
Yes, sir. MLB slate's kind of loaded, man. We got some really high-end arms on the slate. You have our first Coors Field slate as well, so I'm sure that one will be a fun one to target there. But I think I'm more excited for that Baltimore game. We got some young guys in there getting their opportunities. Grayson Rodriguez, a guy I'll talk about here shortly, as well as Jared Jones getting a lot of love.
Yeah.
Also, my Brewers get a nice matchup, Freddie Peralta versus Logan Gilbert. That might be an absolute fucking shit show on the hitting end of it. But I'm excited for that one as well, as obviously being a Brewers fan. But I think I want to watch those young guys deal it out in that 3 o'clock game here. So that would probably be my choice for my favorite one there. We got 15 of you guys in here live. Hit that like button if you haven't already. We appreciate you joining us. I know we moved it up a little bit early, but we got a game that starts in 10 minutes. So I think what I'll do, and I know this is a little different, I actually have a long shot in that Yankees game, and it's so I might as well play it because it starts in 15 minutes. So any of you guys that are here right now and are able to stay with us here, I'll start this just so I don't have to talk at the end. I'll be able to kind of split it up a little bit more since I got 2 plays anyway. I will actually be playing a bet on Mr. Aaron Judge today. My long shot is going to be Aaron Judge, 2 RBIs at plus 325 in this spot. I like the blow-up potential of Mr. Kikuchi here. And I don't know if you guys have been here. I don't know if you guys have been here much. If you've been following the MLB show for years, but I do have a pretty good feel of Mr. Yusei Kikuchi. I bet on him a lot. I love betting on him. But we'll start out with the long shot today because it starts out here shortly. But I really like Aaron Judge in this spot. And again, I think it's more that he moved into that 3 hole, which I like. And also, I love the power that Kikuchi gives up to right-handed bats. Obviously, he's really, really good against lefties. He's phenomenal against lefties. Got a really good curveball. In these early games, when you're in Yankee Stadium, man, I kind of like fading the road team there. You know, you go to Yankee Stadium, first game of the series. We've seen Kikuchi already have a 6.23 ERA to start this season. I know a lot of people look at Aaron Judge's numbers and be like, oh, he's only 4 for 20 career-wise. I know that's a big sample size there. I don't trust Toronto's bullpen. I've seen it against Houston. But also, dude's got 2 dingers. 4 RBIs in those games, too. So it's like, I don't care if you go 1 for 5. Just hit me a nuke, give me 2 ribbies, baby. And this, mind you, this number at 2 RBIs is over $1 more than if you bet his home run. His home run's plus 210 today. So another thing to like about it.
Yeah, no, I obviously like, hey, getting the juices flowing with an early game long shot right here. But I mean, who am I to tell you not to bet on Aaron Judge right here? Obviously, good spot. I saw some people hyping up Kikuchi as well. I guess he has a solid history against the Yankees. Man, seeing people post that batter versus pitcher stuff with a small sample is always so scary to me. Like, I would please never advise betting on like Kikuchi against the Yankees simply because he has a couple good games against him. You know, if you want to bet on him, that's perfectly fine. But I would just caution anyone that's using, you know, some of that sketchy short sample size history against the Yankees today, because I don't think that's a great argument. So obviously love trusting the power of Aaron Judge right here.
Yeah, and I remember talking about batter versus pitcher numbers throughout, right? And that's my thing, though, is, dude, I need at least 25 to 40 ABs before I'm like actually like, all right, I'm going to talk about this and care about what this number is. Because sometimes the guys are going through slumps. Like, imagine you're like Blanco against the Blue Jays, bro. Like, the Blue Jays offense is fucking good. But yeah, they've sucked to start the season, right? So it's like, yeah, you could go off of those, but for me, I need a little bit more sample than even that. So I do kind of like the Yankees in the spot to get it done here. So I like it there, but I will let you take away NBA here, Stu. You talked about your favorite game already. Another game that's pretty low end here, huh?
Yeah, talk about it. We got Jabari Walker over 24.5 PRA. That's minus 115 right now. For me, It's actually funny. I looked up Jabari Smith in my odds tracker by accident, and he has a lower number than Jabari Walker at this point in the season, which is very funny. It's 23, so lower by 1 point. But I thought that was actually pretty hilarious to see. But there's a reason behind it, right? If you look at it, pretty much every starter on Portland is going to be at the highest number they've ever had in their career, right? Aiden is almost in like the high, like low mid 40s PRA range, right? He's almost in that like elite kind of priced category right now. And it's all for good reason. Washington, just like Portland, is really trotting out a very young squad of guys that they're developing, right? Vucevic is a guy I talked about a couple shows on here, finally showed out and had his first good game. But the foul trouble is very evident. He's not a defensive center, right? He's a 7-footer that's just trying to get the feel of the game down, and he's a stretch big. So for me, when you look at the inside in this Washington team, it's brutal, right? I mean, they've been bottom of rebounding, bottom points in the paint, bottom overall defense for the last month of the season, and it's only getting worse, right? They're only losing guys. I see Denny is looking like he's going to play after a migraine. That did catch me off guard a little bit, but the good news is Denny will absolutely not be guarding Jabari Walker. He will be guarding the highest usage player on the court at any given moment, which is what Washington normally does with him right here. So Walker is still going to be able to feast on the Vucevic's of the world, the Patrick Baldwin Juniors, these backup, unexperienced players that haven't got that much experience. And when you look at it, this guy coming off a 20 rebound game, and he's going into a better matchup, right? He's going into a much better situation against a very intimidating team. Look at that 89-86 score. The Hornets are one of the slowest, most boring, like their style of basketball is killer for overs right now, and he still hit this number. So for me, looking at Walker in this circumstance, looking at this team where they're at, the complete and utter lack of low usage or high usage players, 22 rebounds last game, 14 points. There's category in multiple different, there's upside in multiple different categories here, and it's very hard to see him not playing 35 minutes per game, right? We're asking for way less than a point, rebound, assist per minute in this game. We're asking for bad efficiency for him to get to this number. So for me, I love Jabari Walker over 24.5 PRA. I see Fire 26.5. I'm curious what books that's at. I was looking at 365 and we still have 24. I saw FanDuel at 25, but I didn't think it would be any higher than that out there. But definitely I would play 26.5 for half a unit.
Half a unit, 26.5. Okay, that's not
Hard
sad.
Rock.
Oh
Okay.
man, we don't really talk about Hard Rock much in here, unfortunately, on the show. And I guess there's a reason for that.
Yeah, I don't know. Hard Rock isn't up in my odds order, so yeah, it doesn't. Well, yeah, that too, but it's not even in my odds comparison. So, oh wow, it does look. I wonder if this is taken off the book now because I see 26.5 as well.
Where are you seeing this on?
I'm just in my odds comparison right now, but I can pull up FanDuel and see what they've got. There hasn't been any injury news that I've seen that would make this change, which is a little bit weird, but let's see. All right. It's off the board on FanDuel right now. That's very weird.
I haven't seen anything like on Underdog yet. I'm looking right now to see if there's any reason this would change. I don't think I see any. 26.5 on DK2 from Wave.
Interesting.
I'm curious now. But yeah, there's nothing.
Interesting. It was 24 across the board, like not that long ago as well. And then 25 on FanDuel was going to be my backup. You know, hey, if you don't have DK, go to the 25. But now it's completely off the board over on FanDuel as well, which is definitely a little bit odd. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what the reason for that is, but yeah, 26 is the current number. We'll go. I mean, I'll have updates on Twitter or something like that, but I would say 26.5 for a half unit right now, and then if we get 25.5 or anything like that, I will post about it.
Okay, perfect. I don't know why it would switch that much, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. Let's keep it rolling here. If we see that change or any reason why it would change, we'll mention that for sure. But yeah, now we're going to head over to some MLB, and I already kind of talked about my guy Grayson Rodriguez, so I'm going to start out with that. Again, guys, I already posted my long shot. I've seen a couple of you guys come in here, over 20 of you guys in here live. This starts in 5 minutes, so make sure you grab that. That is my long shot for the day. Rewarding those people who come and see us live and get that in. I know it starts in 3 minutes, so make sure you grab those. I'm going to go with Grayson Rodriguez with Ronald Acuna. I really like Grayson Rodriguez, man. I really like his stuff. You don't really see the power pitcher here with an elite changeup much anymore. It's not really in the game as much. You see all these guys who throw really, really hard and have fantastic off speed in terms of sliders, curveballs, the power pitches, right? Cutters, right? We're seeing that come into a little bit more. Grayson Rodriguez is predominantly four-seam changeup. Like, that's really what he throws. And in that first start, crazy numbers. And I thought this was wild to me when I looked at his four-seam numbers. 222 batting average against in that first game. He had 3 strikeouts on it in 10 plate appearances. But dude threw 7 cutters through the whole game. And this is his lowest usage pitch. Against that cutter, they batted 1,000 with a 2,500 slug, and had a home run and a single on that pitch. So let's just not throw that, and you had a hell of a fucking outing, right? You were insane. The swings and misses on the changeup were elite. He had a 60% whiff on that, 50% whiff on the curveball. He's got elite stuff here. I think the Pirates number is overrated right now. I like the Orioles to win this game as well. But they played the Marlins and they played the Nationals, right? I mean, you're seeing matchups here with Trevor Williams. You're seeing Josiah Gray, right? You're seeing these guys that really aren't that good, right? You go to Miami, right? You have Yuri Perez out for the year, right? You're looking at this pitching staff that's not very good outside of Jesus Luzardo, really. So you're going to probably be seeing the number one arm that you've seen so far this year in terms of stuff in Grayson Rodriguez. When you go out there with a guy who shoves on your team, you think you have a chance a little bit longer in this game without putting up runs. And now you have Jared Jones, who's getting a lot of hype there too. I think Grayson goes out here and shows him, hey, I know you're a rookie, man, but this is only my second year I'm putting up numbers here. I think he absolutely mows these guys. Ronald Acuna is facing a lefty today. That is all I need to say. In this matchup, you can't walk him because Ozzie Albies just decides he's a power hitter now. And he's at home, right? The thing you don't want to do is you don't want to face the Braves at home, and you don't want to be a lefty against the Braves. And now you get both of them. And you have a guy who can't miss bats. So good luck, dude. Tommy Henry's about to get put into oblivion, bro. He's about to get absolutely smoked. And I am all over it. I absolutely love the Braves today. Should be really nice outside there, too, down in Atlanta, a little bit humid. Hopefully that ball is traveling.
Yeah, I mean, I cashed Grayson thanks to you. I cashed it in the first game. That was very nice. And like you said, you always like having a little bit of the untraditional stuff, right? When the whole league is going to the curveball, learn how to hit that. Now you got a guy with a disgusting changeup. Same with kind of these overseas guys, right? That have a little bit of the split go in, the split change, the weird, breaking pitches. It's always fun to see that. I mean, he's been electric so far. I like what you said too, a little narrative as well, right? I mean, the whole world saw that first rookie performance. It's very talked about, and it'll be very talked about again in this game. And you obviously always like the opposing pitcher saying, hey, listen, I'm a story over here as well. I'm kind of the guy over here now, and nobody's talking about it. So definitely love this combo right here. Rodriguez has been nice so far.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. So I'm excited to continue to keep backing him. And when you have swing and miss stuff, guys, makes it a little easier on you, right? And that's obviously why I'm like, if you're gonna not have swing and miss stuff against this Braves lineup, it's good luck, buddy. Good luck. I'm honestly surprised that the line's not higher than minus 300, to be honest. Like, you're getting Strider on an extra day's rest. You have the Braves at home against a lefty who can't miss bats. Yeah, I get it. Tommy Henry got a little hype towards the end of last year because he had a couple good starts, but fuck, man. You want to be the guy going against the Braves on their first home game of the year, and you're a lefty, bro? Like, come on, man. And you have a D-backs bullpen that's without their closer, Pat Sewald. So it's like, oh man, it's you're in for a rude day out there if you're a D-backs fan, leaving the friendly confines of Chase Field out there. Now you're gonna head over to Truist and get absolutely annihilated. So I'm excited for that one. And I will go right into my next one because I have 2 plays here today, and I'm going right back to Henry to not get a win. First off, that's going to be minus 700, but Kyle Tucker's minus 140 minus 145 on books. I don't play that. It's a little bit too much for me. I'd rather go and juice reduce it a little bit here, because even if he doesn't get there, baseball is a weird sport, so I don't want to be just laying minus 150s on a lot of this stuff unless it's like I'm buying down a strikeout and get an extra one there, something like that where it's really hard to get one. So Kyle Tucker, I'm going over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Kyle Tucker's obviously been phenomenal this season. What I really like though is the dude swipes bases. He gets you into scoring position, right? And it's really weird how they've constructed this lineup with having Yordan in front of him, giving him a lot more RBI opportunities. I don't know if you saw their lineup a couple days ago, but they went Altuve, Alvarez, Tucker, Bregman, Abreu. And then, we have Yanier Diaz batting like 470 in the 6-hole, right? So it gives you a lot more opportunities. You have guys like Abreu who have had 100, 110 RBI seasons, right? Yanier Diaz is one of the hottest hitters in baseball, right? And there's been 2 games this year where he hasn't gotten a hit and he scored a run in those games, outside of the Toronto game where they just were walking him. He had 2 walks in that one. But I really like Tucker. You look at the games he has hits in. Like I said, he has 2 games with no hits. But in every game he has a hit in, he's gotten to this number, scoring runs, getting driven in. I mean, this lineup is so deep. Dude, batting Jeremy Pena at the 8. Like, really, dude? Like, that's wild, man. That's wild that you're being able to put him down that low. Like I said, love the stolen base upside. Love having Alvarez, probably one of the highest walked hitters in the MLB, in front of him. And Altuve, obviously at the top of the order, getting on base at a high clip again this year. So I want to roll with Kyle Tucker, a total of 10 in that game with Cody Bradford on the mound there. You get the extra at bat no matter what. They're on the road. And it doesn't really matter. Kyle Tucker is really, he's good against both sides of the pitchers, right? We've seen him against lefties. He has over a 110 WRC plus against lefties over the last 2 years, and obviously crushes right-handed pitching. So you don't have to worry about matchups. You don't have to really worry about any of that. It's like, hey, we're going to see 10 runs in this game. At least Vegas thinks so. You're going to give me 5 ABs with a guy batting in the 3-hole against a pitcher who I'm not a huge fan of, in a nice hitting park. Sign me up, baby. Battle of Texas. I'm rolling with Kyle Tucker again for some ribbies and scoring a run here.
Yes, same thing. I'm never going to hate on you for a Kyle Tucker play. Obviously, like you mentioned, that lineup is so insane that obviously having, not just the hit, right? Not just the double you need, but also if he walks, right? You're very live to score that run, right? There's so many good people around him. There's so many ways that you can cash this market. That's why it's my favorite. You'll see it a lot from me as well. And obviously you kind of mentioned the Henry no runs or no win stuff in depth. Definitely agree with that. Not a good spot to be following him right there. So I'm definitely down. I love Tucker in this one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I just love those guys that can get to you multiple ways, right? They give you opportunities to cash in multiple ways, and a really good situational hitter as well. Very good, guy on second base, pulling that guy, getting him over to third base, right? Getting that ball up in the air, driving that ball out. So I think we're going to have a good spot here. And I'm excited. I just got the lineup for the Rays sent to me here. Dude, they have a 7.5 total today in Coors. 35-mile-an-hour gusts out today.
Yeah.
Holy smokes, dude. This could be crazy today. So buckle up, boys. Buckle up. This is going to be a wild one today.
Yeah, hopefully you guys better be careful if you're a DFS player. I'm sure the slates that's involved in are going to be some insane ownership, like almost unplayable in Coors. So that'll be an interesting one to follow for sure.
Yeah, no, I will. The nice part is it's so split today. So it's like 3 early games. I don't play any of those middle games. And then you obviously get a nice like 6 or 7 game night slate. So this is perfect. No Coors on the slate. Bless up, baby. I love that. We love to see it.
100%. Avoid it if you can, because nobody wants to mess with that ownership and all that. But it will be fun to watch. Good fireworks for sure.
Yes, sir. Yankees game has started off already. A guy on third base with 1 out already for Stroman out there. So hopefully Yankees can get it done for your boy. I'm hoping we score some runs here in that top of the first. Stu, you have actually no. Let's get to recap. Check in the comments, and then I'll check and see if you got a long shot there.
Sounds good. And I have a correction too. I finally went back. I looked at the ticket. We're points rebounds. That's the error right there. It's my bad. Been 3 years, never done that before. My apologies.
What's the line on that one though?
It's -115 still. -115. But so no assist. I still like PRA. He did have a 5-assist game, 2-assist game. So I do like PRA, but that's why I definitely messed up the markets right there. So my apologies on that one. This one is still widely available right now. Points rebounds is the preferred one. Like I said, I do like PRA as well, but this is the preferred spot.
Awesome. Points rebounds, guys. Obviously, we talked about it before. Make sure you grab that. And my stuff. Kyle Tucker, over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, plus Henry no win, -107 on DraftKings at the moment. And also going over to Grayson Rodriguez, 6 strikeouts with Acuna hit at -130. Shout out Bo Bichette for striking out with a guy on third base, 1 out. Obviously, terrible baseball. Aaron Judge, 2 RBIs, started already. Maybe you get it live. Maybe. So maybe we'll see that if you can. But those are my plays. Stu, do you have a long shot? We're waiting a little bit. What's happening?
Yeah, I got Trey Jameson to record a double-double right now. That is Trey with
the Grizzlies?
On the Grizzlies, yeah. So I talked about earlier, I like Scottie Pippen Jr., but there aren't that many lines up. Right now, you can get double-double at 475 right now on FanDuel, and then also like PointsBet. Some of those other stupid books have it. But FanDuel has 130 points better than DraftKings right now, which is dope. You definitely like getting that number difference. For me, this is a pure volume play. These are 2 terrible teams. He's going to be matched up with Wiseman a lot in the paint, another guy who lures you to the paint. He does not really stretch very much. They're going to be battling down there. And there's really just not too much competition for rebounds. These injury reports look like CVS receipts right now. It's pretty insane. And I would recommend just taking advantage of the guys that you think might get a little bit more volume. So for me, like Jameson's regular props are kind of like iffy. Like I think he goes over points. I think rebounds is a solid bet. But I'd rather just play the double-double and get some upside here because look how many random spike rebounding games. Jabari Walker just had a 22 rebound games. And a lot of people watching this video might not have even heard of him before that, right? Even though he has been around for a while. So for me, I think this is the time of year to bet on spike performance. Malachi Flynn dropped 50, guys, right? This is the time of year where crazy people step up. And I think this is just a pretty good price, especially compared to the rest of the market right now on a guy that's just going to be battling out with really, limited competition into bad teams.
Awesome. That's a great price. I wish I would have. This is why I usually wait to play my long shot because Stu got a longer long shot than me today, which obviously I do not like. I like usually going a little crazy there. But we already hit one so far this year. Feeling pretty good about where we're at there. Let's take a look at our comments section here and take a look there. 26.5. Cashville, we always appreciate you, man. Always happy to see you in here. Tucker RBI. Do not mind that spot either. Yeah, he's just so good everywhere, dude. It's hard for me just to pick one spot that I want to roll with. Hey, I like Coors Light too, man. I do too, man. My college taste buds haven't changed yet much. I still got to wait a little bit before I start getting into craft beer and all that nice stuff.
Okay.
I ain't there yet. I'm good with paying half the price for a little bit more watered down product.
Hey, there we go. We shit on the Rockies, but not the corporate sponsors out here. We like to keep it brand appropriate on Pass the Prop in case Coors Light is interested in working with the show. Because, like you said, we love Coors Light on the show. Somebody please send that to them.
I'll drink it on. If you need me to drink it on the show, man,
that would be an angle nobody asked for. Just suddenly the show, we're just drunk the whole time. We're just chugging Coors Light, like out of nowhere, no announcement or anything like that. That would be interesting. But hey, only one way to find out, right? Coors Light.
Yeah, check it out, man. We gotta get that happening there. So, yeah, good show. We got all of our stuff out again, guys. I did have a comment. Oh, I forgot. Tigers first 5 minus half a run. That started already. My bad, Josh. I am only on Screwball stuff. I'm not on their full stuff because I don't hate Sears as much as most. And I also hate the Tigers, so I don't want to bet on them. I'd rather just bet on someone I know is good. I don't think the Tigers are that good. I know they're winning, but the Mets would lose to me, you, and 7 of the guys in the chat. We would beat the Mets. They fucking suck.
Yeah, like I get fading the obviously the Athletics, but like minus 150 for 1 point for the Tigers is just a little harsh for me personally. Not even in this specific game, just in general, right? I don't like it's kind of almost like laying the Wizards minus 150 tonight against the Trailblazers. Like, sure, they're favorites, but these two teams fucking suck, right? And yeah, obviously the pitcher is the reason the price is like this. But yeah, definitely just a sit and watch, although in this case, probably not watch for me.
Yeah, don't watch this shit, bro. This shit. Did you see the Tigers lineup that came out, dude? It is disgusting. Like, it's disgusting, dude. I almost rather play JP Sears stuff. Like, just looking at this lineup, it's gross, bro. Like, what? Bierling, Ibanez is your top two in the order? Like, what? How does that give me confidence here? Like, I like Torkelson. Don't mind it, but I would rather just play. I think personally, I sent out to the group this morning. I took really early this morning Tarek Skubal under 1.5 earned runs at like minus 130. I saw it was minus 150 or so now. So I feel like that would be the spot I want to do. I've been playing a lot more earned runs lines than I usually do. Usually towards the middle of the season, I transition those to outlines. But right now, I'm taking a lot of under earned run lines and feel pretty good about it just with the early hooks.
Yeah, definitely like that strategy. That's what it's all about, picking your spots, finding your angles, and then adjusting as the season goes on. And hopefully we can help you guys do that throughout the season. Like we said, drop your comments if you have them. We're here to help. But definitely like that look right there as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Stu, anything else for the people here before we head out today? I know we have a good show already in the books here. What do you got for them before we head out?
Yeah, just make sure you're following over on Twitter if you're not already. Obviously, for me, I'd like to post all my bets right now. In an ideal world, that they would already be out there, right? But unfortunately, a lot of the times it's right up close to game time, right? Because of, the situation with the lineups, injuries, all that. So I plan on having a good amount of props today, but probably a little bit later. So if you want to see those, make sure you're following over on Twitter at Monotone Football. And like I said, free Discord linked in the bio as well. A lot of smart people that you see in the chat are also in there as well. Definitely a good spot to chat plays, chop it up, and hopefully find you guys some winners.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back Monday. I will check the Monday slate as always to see if we have to, do it a little early and get everything ready that way. Because I know we've done this already this year already. We've done it already where we have to, move some stuff up and make sure that we're getting there to get all these plays out. But obviously we have a ton of action always. We're ready to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Make sure you're sharing, hit that like button as well. Subscribe to the channel. We always appreciate all you guys tuning in with us. And hopefully making some more money with us as we go on. I'm going to try and keep this fully tracked all season here, 4-2, 5.5. We got our long shots in there. Remember, guys, I know we don't put it on there, but it's always a half unit spot for our long shots on there. We're never going to play those, pretty crazy or anything like that. But really like the spots we had for today. Again, follow on Twitter. We'll be back on Monday for some more Pass the Prop plays for you guys. So have a good one, guys, and best of luck this weekend on all your bets.